I've been moving calm, don't start no trouble with me. Try to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. to cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Yes, I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was different with me. God's plan, God's plan. I hold back, sometimes I won't. Yeah. I feel good, sometimes I don't. Hey, I finesse down Western Road. Hey, next. Might go down to G.O.D. Yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G. Yeah, wait. I make sure that Northside eat. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wish and they wish and they wish and they wish and they wishing on me. Yeah. Hey, hey. She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom, I'm sorry. 50 dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81, they'll bring the crashers to the party. And you know me, turn the '02 into the '03, dawg. Without 40 Ollie, there be no me. Imagine if I never met the broskies. God's plan, God's plan. I can't do this on my own, hey, no, hey. Someone watching this shit close, yup, close. I've been me since Scarlet Road, hey, road, hey. Might go down as G.O.D., yeah, wait. I go hard on Southside G, hey, wait. I make sure that Northside eat, yeah. And still, bad things. It's a lot of bad things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing they wishing on me.
Alrighty, we are back. Welcome back to the channel. What an interesting game we have on the cards here tonight. Our Golden State Warriors taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning champs for the third time already this season. And boy, wowee, this game is going to be an interesting watch. Now, if you haven't already seen the news, no Steph, Jimmy, Draymond in this game, and also no Seth Curry, potentially no Al Horford, and definitely no Jonathan Kuminga and DeAnthony Melton. So, good golly, Miss Molly. This could be an absolute flogging. Who knows how it's going to play out? Maybe this is the Brandon Pajemski legacy game. Maybe we see Brandon come out and drop a 40-piece. I think his career high is below 30. So, in this game, I want to see Pods come out. I want to see Pods get the ball every single possession, and I want to see him drop at least 30 points. Now, like I said, obviously this is the third matchup already this season with OKC. Obviously, the first time we played them, we got absolutely destroyed. The second time we played them, we didn't have Steph, but that was the game where Pat Spencer, one of the games where Pat Spencer was going crazy. We had a little bit of a second half comeback, but we ended up choking late in the fourth quarter. So this is our third chance against OKC, but unfortunately, in all honesty, this more likely than not will be a pretty hefty loss here tonight. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed, to be honest. Like, I would have liked to have started off 2026 with a big win over the best team in the league. Now, there is a chance we still can get a win. Like, I'm not fully counting us out. There's been crazier wins in the NBA before. But, yeah, this will be interesting to say at the least. Now, for the Thunder, really no big outs. The only kind of main out tonight is no Hartenstein and also no Jalen Williams. That is the center Jalen Williams, not J-Dub. So, a couple of big players down. A couple of big men out of the rotation for OKC, but it's basically the same thing here for the Warriors. Obviously, no Draymond. Yes. Let me check the audio is working as well. The center, yep. Audio is all good. But yeah, obviously no Draymond. Obviously a small ball center, but still potentially no Al Horford. Is a game time decision, so we'll see in a few minutes. And then also as well, no Kuminga, but he really hasn't been playing anyway. So the projected starting lineups for both teams for the reigning champs, the visitors, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've got SGA, Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, Jalen Williams, and Chet Holmgren rounding things out at center. And then for our Golden State Warriors, like I said, no Steph, Jimmy, or Dre in the starting lineup here tonight. So obviously a bit of a switch around in the rotation. So we've got Brandon Podziemski in a point guard tonight. Usually, obviously, with Steph out there, he's the shooting guard, but he's going to be the main ball handler tonight in a point guard. And then alongside him, we've got the rookie Will Richard getting back into the starting lineup alongside Moses Moody. Guy Santos getting a rare call-up to the starting lineup. And then Quinton Post, who is starting to become a regular into the center position now. So, yeah, we'll see. Maybe we get another Pat Spencer legacy game off the bench. Who really knows how this is going to play out? I would probably only give us about a 5% chance at winning this game, in all honesty. But look, like I said last time, against OKC when Steph was out, all I can hope for is that we just play competitive. The young guys get some reps in, and we don't lose by more than 20 points. If we can do all three of those things, wouldn't say I'd be happy, but, I'll take it. I've also got some very exciting news. I'll talk a bit more about it at halftime, but I'm flying from Melbourne to San Francisco to go to 3 home games late March, early April, so I'm so excited for that. We're going to bring you guys some absolute banger vlogs and some other content as well. So we'll talk a bit more about that and some other stuff as well at halftime. But I just thought I'd mention it. I had a few people asking me some questions, but we're going to read some chat now. Hi, no Curry, Butler, or Green. We're going to get smashed by the Thunder. More than likely correct. Hey, Sarah. Hope you're doing well. Predictions, Thunder 143, Warriors 117. So that's the first time I've seen you not predict the Warriors to win. So that's when you know we're not a real good chance to win this game. Playlist guy, Happy New Year. Yeah, Happy New Year to everyone. Obviously, first stream of 2026. Hopefully it's a good one. Like, if we could come out, beat OKC with no Steph, no Jimmy, no Dre, no Kuminga, no Melton, no Seth, potentially no Al. Like, basically half of our rotation. That would be the best way to start off the year. But yeah, we'll see. Hello, Blue Moo. Hope you're doing well. You reckon the Warriors' chance of winning this is about 2%? I'd probably say 5%. I feel like similar to the Warriors in their record-breaking 2016 season, like the Warriors had a couple of losses. Obviously, we went 73-9 in 2016, which is a decade ago now. Crazy how the time flies. I remember being a little kid watching some of those games back on Foxtel. But yeah, that season, obviously the 9 losses, a couple of them were actually against pretty mediocre teams. And I'm assuming OKC will have a few of those type of losses this year. They've had a couple of losses, especially in recent times, but they've been against pretty solid teams like the Spurs and whatnot. So we'll see. I'm not coming into this game with any hope, but sometimes that's a good thing. We can just sit back, enjoy the game, see how it plays out. Feel free to comment down below your predictions in the chat. Also, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 700 subscribers as soon as possible. Got some big videos coming out this year. It should be a lot of fun. But yeah, we'll talk about all that at halftime. You missed the end of the game. That's all good. No problem. Just, stick around for the first 3 quarters. We'll see how we go. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. We'll just hopefully just at least see a bit of a fight. And, I think the best way to go about this game is just to play defensive, scrappy, orientated basketball and just try and bring the Thunder down to our level offensively. Try and make this a defensive-orientated game because when you can do that and you can keep it close and scrappy, all it takes is a good run at the right time and you can win a game. So we'll see what happens. But for me, I don't think defense is going to be the concern. I think the Warriors have a pretty good defensive system. Like, I think no matter kind of who's out there, we're going to be somewhat solid on the defensive end. Like, I think, Richard and Moody will be able to do, a little bit on SGA. And I think Quinton and Trace will be able to at least run with Holmgren. And I think Guy's all right too. My concern is offense. Where are the buckets going to come from? Who's going to facilitate, you know, we struggle to, you know, get buckets when Steph's off the court for 5 minutes for a little breather, let alone a full game. And then also, no Jimmy. You know, when Steph's not out there or when Steph goes down, Jimmy steps up. And even at times, Draymond. But neither of those guys. So we'll see. My hope and my predictions is it's going to fall on Brandon Podziemski. I think we are yet to see the big monster breakout game from Podziemski. We did see a really good game last year versus the Lakers where he dropped 28. I think that's, or 28 or 26, something along that line. I think that's his career high. Funnily enough, I was at that game, my first and only Warriors game up until this point. Like I said before, I'm going to 3 games in April. I just booked my flights last night. I'm so excited. We'll talk about that at halftime. But yeah, I think we're due for a Brandon Podziemski breakout game. And I love Pods. I'm a fan of him. I think he's got the talent. Like you guys know, I love my man Brandon. So we'll see what he can do here. Maybe Will Richard, you know, comes out and has another good game. The last time where we didn't have like Steph, I think it was the game against the Kings where we didn't have like Steph and Jimmy or something like that. We didn't have a couple of good players. And it was Will Richard's first start of his career and he came out and dropped like 30 points or something like that. So maybe another game like that from Richard. Who else? Maybe Pat Spencer. You know, he's been quiet in recent weeks, so maybe he gets going for another good game. He seems to play so well when all the stars go down. So we'll see what happens. We'll see. All right. So here we go. Game about to get underway here. The Crom Magician. Let's go Warriors. Tough matchup against the Thunder. Let's just put up a fight. 100% agree, my friend. Just put up a fight. Don't let it be anything more than 30 points. And hope that guys like Brandon, Moody, Richard can just get some good reps in. You know, for the guys that probably won't be on the team long term, try and boost their trade value. Guys like Buddy Hield and, well, I was going to say Kuminga. This would be the perfect opportunity for him to get a game under his belt, but no, he's out. So here we go. OKC, the reigning champs in the Chase Center, taking on our undermanned Golden State Warriors, and the ball game is underway. Chet Holmgren going to win the tip, and Lu Dort going to bring it up here first possession. We're here on Prime tonight with the broadcast. J-Dub with Will Richard on him. Obviously, a lot going to be relying tonight on Will Richard and Moses Moody on the defensive end, trying to lock up OKC's big 2 in J-Dub and SGA, and we're already off to a pretty bad start here. J-Dub finds the shot there. All right, so this is the big question. Who is going to run things on offense? Brandon gets it here. He'll kick it out. Richard in the corner. Corner 3. Will Richard hits it. There we go. Good draw there from Podziemski. Drew 2 defenders on him. Kicked it out to the open man, Will Richard in the corner. So loving that early here from Brandon. And a steal there on SGA. Great work, Brandon Podziemski, early in this game. He'll get it back again here. He's looking to fully facilitate everything. Gives it off to Quinton. Will get it back. He'll kick it out, and it will be deflected by Lu Dort. He is very, very good at that, Lu Dort. Getting the deflects on the defensive end. So yeah, this will be the biggest probably test we've had this season, arguably. You know, let's see truly how good the depth and role players of this Warriors team are. Brandon to the rim! Good drive there, but the layup just missed. And it's going to be a foul there on J-Dub. So he scored the first bucket for the Thunder, and he'll enter the line here for potentially his 3rd and 4th points. You're behind, I think. Yeah, I'm always going to be a little bit behind compared to the scoreboard on the screen for you guys watching the stream. And then obviously some of you guys as well, I might be a little bit behind just because I'm watching on League Pass on my iPad. So, yeah. All right, so the first free throw is good. Ties it up at 3 apiece. We've got 32 people in. If anyone has just joined us, no Steph, Jimmy, and Dre as we take on the reigning champs, the OKC Thunder. So make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already for more Warriors content. Brandon Podziemski with Cason Wallace on him. The high pressure there from Wallace. Podziemski gets past him, kicks it out Guy Santos. He'll then swing it to Quinton Post, and that's an air ball there. Will still be Warriors ball. No, it's going to go the way of the Thunder. So we're going to need a little bit from Quinton in this game. We certainly don't want him to be airballing threes. We're going to need as much spacing from our big man as possible as SGA floats up for the mid-range shot there. So OKC's big two in Jalen Williams and SGA scoring the first 6 for OKC here. Moses Moody off to Brandon Podziemski. Everything is stemming through him. Pods the floater. Where's the foul call? Podziemski's shot falls off the backboard, but I thought there was a foul there. And a good charge drawn there by Guy Santos. The lengthy Chet Holmgren tried to Euro step and just bully ball his way to the rim, but Guy Santos got in front of him, set his feet, and took the contact. Like I said before the game, if we want a chance in this matchup, we've got to be on point with our defense. We've got to bring OKC down to our level offensively tonight. As that's certainly not what we want to do there. Jalen Williams with the steal, but he'll walk out of bounds while trying to pick it up. Already, this game, very, very scrappy. Steph is in the building. Look, maybe if it gets extreme, Steph says, nah, screw this, I'm coming out. Give me a jersey and I'll come out and play. Will Richard, good handle over SGA, gets past him, kicks it at Moody in the corner. With the shot clock expiring, Moses Moody misses it. And SGA with the very long rebound. And he'll just run it in transition. He'll get to the rim with the left hand, but miss the layup. So already, like I said, very scrappy basketball here. But that is a good thing for the Warriors. Or that's not a good thing. Terrible turnover. And Lu Dort will get the easy slam. There wasn't even a single Warriors player on the defensive side of the court there after that turnover. So already a few sloppy passes from the Warriors. We cannot afford that with our outs tonight. We've got to be on point with nearly everything from defense to our, team playmaking and then, stretching the floor. We haven't knocked down our open threes as of yet. A couple of iffy passes and, a couple of bad defensive reads. But, give this team, a quarter to adjust without the big three and we'll kind of see what happens from there. Podziemski. Quinton with Chet on him. Hand off to Moody. He'll drive. Bounce pass will be deflected by Chet. So once again, like I was saying, these passes haven't been great. We're not setting each other up. Has SGA cut off the... I know it doesn't matter at all, but it just looks like SGA's cut off his braids. Usually they go down to the neck, but it looks like he's cut them off. Quinton for 3. Misses. So the Warriors only hit that first three-pointer and since then have gone completely cold on offense. Will Richard, the double team on SGA, nearly forces the turnover. Case and Wallace will be open in the other side though. Oh, J-Dub! Off the Case and Wallace miss, puts it in. Wow-wee! We've seen some crazy dunks today in the NBA and you could put that one in the bag as well. Wow-wee! Oh my goodness. Moses Moody, the float shot misses. So, since that first bucket on our first possession, Warriors yet to score. And we're now down by 10 here. Although Pods with the denial there. Come on, we need to get a bucket. Will Richard to the rim. As easy as it could be, he misses. And Quinton will be fouled on the follow-up work. So the crowd giving a little bit of a round of applause there. Finally, we get something on offense. But J-Dub, wow-wee. Getting a replay of that dunk there. Crazy athleticism. Make sure to let me know down below in the chat how we're feeling so far. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've just gained 2 new subscribers. I've got a new video coming out over the next couple of days. And we'll also be streaming the game versus the Jazz tomorrow. Where hopefully we'll see at least some of the guys back. But so far, I've liked what I've seen from Podziemski. Hasn't really done anything stats-wise, but, he's settling things down for us early on here. A couple of good defensive plays. Found that, open 3 for Richard on the first possession. And also made a couple of other good reads that just weren't converted. GP2 will now check in. So the Warriors looking to match OKC's on-ball defense. And GP2 not really known to be a scorer, as Moody with the steal, and he will slam it. That's what we need. OKC got a couple of steals on us a few minutes ago, so good to respond there. And I mean, when you can't score, the easiest way to do so is just get to the rim. And when you get a steal, you get an easy run to the rim. So Moody now, little bit of swagger. Will Richard kick it out? No, turns it over. SGA. Another steal there for OKC. So a couple of steals going both ways here so far. Wallace, pump fake, floats it. And air balls. What was that? Cason Wallace changed his mind mid-shot, and he's got a little smile on his face there. We're going to get a timeout. 10 plays 7 here. Considering the fact that a minute or two ago, it was 10-2. That little 5-0 run has got us back in this game, and I'm pretty happy about that. Moody with the dunk. Yeah, I know. What time is the Jazz game? Let's have a look. I'm assuming 2. It's another home game, so I'm taking the assumption that it's another 2 p.m. game. Yeah, another 2 p.m. game for my Australians. And then for the local Bay Area viewers, it is going to be another 7 p.m. game. So, yeah, hopefully we can, if we don't win this game, hopefully at least win that one. But, yeah, I'm seeing the Chase Center right now, and I'm so excited knowing that, in what, three-ish months that I'm going to be in that building. I'm excited. We'll talk about it a bit later on. I've already spoken about it a few times, but I'm so excited. I wanted to go to San Francisco ever since I was a little kid. It sucks that I won't get to go to Oracle. Like, I wish we interchanged games. Like, sometimes we play at the Chase Center, sometimes we play at Oracle. But yeah, I might even visit Oracle still though. But yeah, I'll save that for halftime. I'm getting too excited here. But yeah, all I will say at the moment though is make sure you subscribe, because there is going to be some banger videos. But yeah, so far so good. I'm pretty happy with the start to this game. We're only down by 3. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably watch that tomorrow before the Warriors-Jazz game. But yeah, been some crazy games in the league today and some crazy highlights. The thing that stood out to me the most today around the league was the crazy Montes Buzelis slam over Jalen Suggs. Certainly the dunk of the season so far, and probably will go on to be the dunk of the year. Hawks beat the Knicks. Ooh, I'm assuming Trae Young revenge game. He's been playing pretty bad in recent times. Did Trae Young even play? No, he didn't even play. What? No. Jalen Johnson, just a walking triple-double. Cavs beat the Nuggets. Obviously no Joker, but Jamal Murray dropped 34 to give him a chance. Mitchell with 33. Damn, some good games today, man. And we got a couple more games later on. Like Grizzlies-Lakers could be fun if Jar's playing. Looks like the Hornets could be about to beat the Bucks here. Crazy. Wizards and the Nets in the tank-off game. I'm assuming no Michael Porter Jr. No, he was out, so the Wizards won that one. CJ McCollum. I was thinking about him the other day. I would really like the idea of the Warriors getting CJ McCollum if he gets brought out. Now, I probably wouldn't go as far to trade him. And I don't know if we can trade for him with the contract he's on. But if he gets bought out and we'll take a cheap, vet minimum to join a contending team, I would love to pick him up. I think he'd provide some great scoring off the bench. He was really good back in his Portland days. I thought he was a very underrated player. And he's still playing pretty good considering he's on a pretty bad Wizards team. But we're back underway here. 10 plays 7. Pat Spencer, Trace Jackson will check in. Obviously, last time we versed OKC, it was obviously a part of that Pat Spencer little mini legacy run. So we'll see what Pat can do here. Chet gets front position over Trace, and he'll put it in. So good play there after the timeout from OKC. Pat Spencer, little dribble, pull up off the bank, and he'll miss. Pat Spencer's on now. He is indeed. We'll see what he can do. Missed his first shot there. He hasn't been in great form in recent weeks after that incredible run. Chet Holmgren will shoot again. GP2 with the rebound. He's going to turn it over there. His foot was on the line while coming down with the rebound. So plays like that, we just cannot afford on a night like this. So it's going to be OKC ball here. Why is my scoreboard not working? Seriously, okay. I was going to say, as OKC hit a 3, they don't even see what happened. But I was going to say, we're definitely not 9 minutes to go in the quarter. We're down to 6. Moody now to respond. Jackson Davis gives it off to Pat Spencer. Pat Spencer back to the basket, fading away, and he misses. So Pat Spencer 0 of 2 to start this game. And I will say, right now, with Brandon Podziemski off the floor, the Warriors seem to be struggling a little bit. And it looks like it's going to be another turnover off the rebound again. It's going to be OKC ball here, I think. It looked like Trace was holding on to Chet a little bit on the rebound there. Wrapped his arm around him. So, once again, 2 possessions in a row. Off the rebound, the Warriors give it right back to OKC. Buddy Hield checks into the game. Obviously, Buddy more than likely will be gone by the trade deadline. So, use him while we still have him. While Seth is still recovering. And hopefully try and boost his trade value as Caruso comes into the game and he scores. So just like that, OKC now up by 10. This is where the lead can kind of balloon out very quickly when OKC go on these little runs. And now the question is, no Steph, no Jimmy, no Dre in this game, and also no Brandon Podziemski on the floor at the moment. Who's going to score? And it's going to be Guy Santos with a deep 3. We really needed that to stop the bleeding. Guy Santos continuing year by year improvement. He's starting to just ever so slightly get more and more minutes as Lou Dort instantly responds with a 3 there. So back out to a 10-point lead. But yeah, I'm loving the development of Guy Santos. He was a very raw prospect when he first came over to the Warriors from Brazil. But yeah, he's continued to get better and better, becoming a bit more of a consistent shooter. So, you know, in games like this, he'll definitely get some minutes with this undersized team. SGA, oh my god! Sent him flying. Guy Santos slid across the court there. Out to Caruso. He'll shoot a 3. He'll miss. Chet, 3-on-1 on the glass, but wins it and puts it straight back in. And Steve Kerr sighs in disbelief. Chet Holmgren, the incredible size GP2 with the cut to the rim and instantly responds to Chet. So we're going to get another timeout here. Currently at a 10-point margin with 3:50 to go here in this first quarter. Like I said, I'm not too mad. I think we've been okay. And, you know, considering the outs we have, I'm not mad. I think we're in this ball game. Is Al Horford playing or not? So Al Horford is available to play. So I'd like to see him hit the court soon. You know, he can really, really help stretch the floor. Ever since returning from that injury, Dort for 3 in the scoreboard should be 20 Thunder Warriors 10. I don't think so. No, the score is 22-12. No, it shouldn't be 20 to... No, it's 22-12. What are you on about? What was I saying? I got lost in the thought there. I thought I messed up the scoreboard, but I'm like, no, it's definitely 22-12. I can see it on the thing. What was I saying? What was I saying? I literally lost my thought. I can't remember now what I was saying. Well, in that case, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. More Warriors content, streams, and shorts. We are currently only a few subs away from 700. So hopefully we can hit that by the end of January. That would be awesome. Looking to try and hit 1K subs by the end of this 2025. 2026 season, so all the support is appreciated. We are very close to being monetized, which is pretty exciting. Because all the money I will hopefully, make from this channel, putting it towards new equipment, because the better the equipment, the better quality, this will be for you guys. Like, I would love to get a proper mic for the streams, hopefully like a better webcam, some new mics for my camera, and a couple of other things. So, yeah, hopefully can make some upgrades across the year. And also as well, get over to some games and make some awesome content for you guys. Like, I cannot wait. I'm hoping to try and go to like a couple of games every season until Steph retires. So, yeah, definitely get excited for that. Alright, so coming off the timeout, I would like to see Al Horford come into the game. I would like to see Al get into this game, stretch the floor, try and stop Chet Holmgren if he's still out there. Obviously, Chet will probably play extended minutes tonight with no Hartenstein and also no Jalen Williams. Crazy. They're currently on the screen right now comparing SGA's numbers compared to Steph's MVP numbers. And, like, don't get me wrong, I don't even think they're in the same ballpark in terms of players. Like, prime Steph, the best guard, up there in terms of the best guard season of all time. Right up there with, like, MJ and Kobe. But SGA, he ain't far behind. Like, he gets efficient buckets. And I know some people don't like SGA, and, that's fair enough if you don't. But you cannot deny the greatness of this man. And speaking of him, here he is with ball in hand. Finds the read and a slam there for OKC. With the undersized Warriors tonight, OKC really looking to attack inside. Buddy Hield to Gee. The kick out to Al. I said I wanted Al in the ball game, and that is why Al Horford connects on the three. I was just saying a moment ago, coming off the timeout, I want Al Horford in the ball game to help stretch the floor out a bit. As SGA, oh my goodness, silky smooth there from the mid-range. So Podziemski about to come back in, which is good. It's going to be a foul there on Pat Spencer. It looked like Caruso and Spencer collided heads there. But yeah, I want to see Pods back out there. He was looking good. But it looks different. SGA, it looks different with the end part of his dreads being cut off. It looks different. I don't know if he's regrowing them or he's cutting his hair. SGA, imagine he rocked like the full bald look. That'd be interesting. But Podziemski back into this game. Alongside Spencer, Buddy Hield, and then Quinton Post and Al. So I don't mind this lineup at the moment. I actually think this is quite a good lineup. You got Podziemski, who can facilitate, get a bucket in the mid-range, can hit some open threes. Pat Spencer, we obviously know what he can do. Classy and, smart shots around the rim. Although he has missed his first 2 field goals. Buddy Hield. Oh, put this on mute. Don't want that going off. Buddy Hield, obviously another guy who can stretch the floor. There's a good shot there. And then I like the height of having Quinton and Al both out there. Try and combat against this size and strength of OKC. So I don't mind this lineup. But I'm really, really liking what I've seen from Podziemski in this first quarter. Like I said before, nothing crazy stats-wise, but just doing the good things. As Al Horford coming into this game and making an impact. This is what we've been needing from Al in the early parts of the season. And he's finally starting to deliver. And he'll head to the line here for 2 free throws. With just over 2 minutes remaining, Warriors down by 9. Al, if he hits these 2 here, can put it to 7. Al, the first one is good. Al going to the line for 2. Yep. Hopefully he hits both of them. We'll take all the freebies we can get in this game. We're going to need a little bit of help from the whistle tonight, in all honesty. Alright, makes the first and makes the second. So, successful trip to the line there for Big Al. Already got 5 points here, and he's only been in the game for a few minutes. So, it's what we've been needing from Al Horford. Come off the bench, make an impact. And good defense! Al Horford with the block. Hits the 3 pair of free throws and then a block. The big fella getting it done. And now he's back to the basket here. Podziemski, Buddy, good ball movement. Corner 3. Misses. That would have got the crowd going crazy. Oh, man. Would have put it to like a 4-point game. As SGA is going to be fouled. How is that a foul? Steve Kerr needs to challenge that. That is a soft call. Al Horford went straight up with the arms. SGA just dove back, and of course, 2 free throws for SGA. How is that a foul? Oh my god! That is bullshit! Refs, you suck! Refs, you suck! Refs, you suck! That is a terrible call! There was not an inch of contact on SGA! What the fuck? Mind my language, but that is ridiculous! Oh my god! That is not even close to a foul! Holy smokes! Bro, we better be getting this treatment too. Al, another 3! Misses! Oh man! I'm angry. That is ridiculous. Al is angry, as he should be. That better be our ball. Podziemski draws the charge. Brandon Podziemski. Make sure to put some W pods in the chat because this guy has given us a shot here in this first quarter. Brandon Podziemski drawn a couple of charges, making the good reads. I'm loving it. Nothing crazy stats-wise, but just really, really good stuff. As Pat Spencer is 0-3 from the field. He can just not find the rim in recent games. We got 61 in. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. More Warriors content and streams. As we've got 1 minute to go here in this first quarter, as that's going to be a turnover. AJ Mitchell off to SGA and a cruisy layup to the rim. So, just like that, it's out to 11 points. Buddy Hield will instantly respond there. Good shot from Buddy. Known for that shot beyond the arc, but good work there to get inside. All right, OKC potentially going to go for the 2-for-1 here. Just under 40 seconds remaining here in this pretty entertaining first quarter, all things considered. AJ Mitchell, SGA, Caruso for 3. Misses, but OKC with the offensive rebound. Caruso off to SGA. So the Warriors will now get the last shot. They still technically get a 2-for-1 and they hit the 3. So, man. All right, we need a score here on this final possession. Give it to Pods. Set him a higher screen. Let him get under it and around it. And maybe let him go for a floater. What's it going to be here? Technical foul here. I don't know what happened. Did Pat Spencer just get a tech or was it the OKC bench? Pat Spencer with the technical foul. Looks like he had a little bit of an exchange there with the OKC bench and SGA. And his favorable free throw line hits the extra point. So, seeing what happened here, it looks like Pat Spencer just turned around and had some words for Lu Dort. So, ref's going to tee him up there. So, Pat Spencer, he's angry. This Warriors team is angry. They're not happy with this favoritism towards OKC. Hopefully, this fires up the boys and we get going here in the second quarter. So Pat Spencer going to take a seat. And the crowd giving him a bit of an ovation there. Brandon Pajemski with 5. The floater from Pods is good. Brandon Pajemski, big time shot. Caruso, Mitchell, step back 3 and off the backboard misses. So that will conclude the first quarter. OKC up by 11, 34 plays 23. Like I said, all things considered, I'm very, very happy with the result of the first quarter. What's today? Okay. I was just saying, I thought the 49ers Seahawks game might have been on today, but I think it's either tomorrow or the day after. But that game will be fun. I'm really excited for that. But we'll have a little look at the box score here, kind of see how things played out here in this first quarter. So, for the Warriors, 8 of 23 from the field, 34%, 3 of 10 from the 3-point line, obviously 30%. 3 turnovers, which is obviously not great, but OKC have also had the 3 turnovers, and they're also not shooting great themselves. So I feel like we're definitely in this game. SGA and J-Dub, great start to this game. They combined for 18. Chet as well, 4 points, 4 rebounds. For the Golden State Warriors, Brandon Pajemski, 4 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. I've loved what I've seen from him in this first quarter. He's just impacting the game all around. Al Horford off the bench was good. If only he didn't need limited minutes. I wish he could play like a full 30 minutes tonight. But yeah, I think his minutes restriction is around like 25. They don't typically play much more than that. But yeah, other than that, only single bucket scorers for the rest of the guys. Richard with 3, Peyton with 2, Gee with 3, Buddy with 2, Quinton with 2, and Moody with 2. So yeah, only 2 guys in the Warriors so far to make multiple buckets. Obviously, 2 of Al's points did come from the free throw line, but yeah, I'm not too mad. But basically, outside of those guys, that's about it. That's basically our rotation tonight. Typically, we'll play like 10 to 12 guys in the first quarter and across the course of the night. But obviously, no Kuminga, Melton, Seth, Jimmy, Steph, or Dre. So, yeah, obviously a bit of a shortened rotation compared to normal. Obviously, also as well, no LJ Cryer and no Maybe Leon. So, yeah, those 2 guys, I think are in the G League at the moment. So, it'll be interesting to see if those guys will get any action soon. Like, I feel like this would be like a good opportunity to call up LJ Cryer. Like, in a game like this, I wouldn't mind playing him. I don't know if he's active or not. He's on the bench. It doesn't say he's out, but yeah, I would like to see him get some minutes. Just see what he's like. What seed do I think the Warriors will finish at the end of the season? Probably the 7th seed, most realistically, considering where we are now. We have a lot of catch-up to do. So I think even if we play good ball in the second half of the season, which I do think we will do, like, I'm not worried about this team. I think once we make some trades, get things going, I think we'll have a good second half of the year once again. I think if we can get healthy in the playoffs, I think we'll be a dangerous team. But I think, yeah, because where we're at now, we probably won't finish too much higher than the 7th seed. Maybe we sneak in as the 6th seed if we really play well in the second half of the season. But yeah, I think more likely than not, it's going to be another year coming through the play-in. So we are officially underway for this second quarter. The lineup to begin for the Warriors here: Pajemski, Richard, Moody, Gee, and Trace. Going up against Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, J-Dub, AJ Mitchell, and Chet Holmgren. So we'll see what we can do here. Early stages of the second quarter. We want to try and get this game back as close as possible. Pajemski, pump fake 3, has Chet on him, kicks it out to Gee. He's got 7 seconds to work with. He'll drive in, and he'll flip it up, and he'll be fouled. So he'll enter the line here for 2. Gee Santos getting some rare starting lineup rotation minutes tonight. But he's definitely improving. His ball handling's gotten a lot better. Like, he can get into motion off of his own dribble, can hit open shots too. Like, he's becoming a genuine rotational piece. Steve loves him as well, so yeah, I think he'll have a good future at the Warriors over these next few years. Alright, hits the first, so puts it back to 10 points. This second free throw can get it back under double digits. So they keep panning to Steph on the bench. I don't know if Steph's the only one there. I don't know if Jimmy and Dre are in the building tonight or not. They haven't panned to any of the other guys. I'm going to assume not. But I can't really see him. It looks like it's just Steph there tonight in terms of the guys who aren't playing that I can see. As here come the Warriors. Brandon Podziemski to Trace. Guy Santos driving once again. This time he'll pass it off. Trace Jackson, where is the call? He got smothered. And if you're going to call the one on SGA, you've got to call that one. It's ridiculous. Wiggins to the rim, scores it. 36 plays 25 here. Will Richard. Trace the handoff. No, the fake handoff. This time actually does hand it off as he nearly lost the dribble. Moody, as that is a terrible pass there. I don't even know what he was doing. I think he was trying to lob it up there, but just didn't work out. Turnover again. And luckily we get off the hook there. Ah, Jimmy has an illness. You are correct. Yeah, that would make sense. Probably not a good idea for Jimmy to be in the building if he's sick. But yeah, you are correct. As Podziemski hits another shot. He has been awesome tonight, guys. But yeah, that does make sense. Draymond, though, I think he's just rested. So I guess, yeah, you probably want to be at home if you're getting rest. So makes sense, I guess. But Steph, he loves this team. It's his team, so he'll show up, you know, whenever possible, even if he's not playing. Warriors rebounding. Yeah, considering, you know, no Dre, I've been happy with a lot of things tonight. Alright, so Guy Santos coming out of the game. So hopefully that means Big Al might come back in. Who's come in? No, GP2. So the Warriors go on a small ball 4-guard lineup alongside Trace. I don't know if I like that, considering Chet Holmgren's out there. But outside of Chet, there's not too much height at the moment for OKC. Podziemski airballs the mid-range shot, and Trace can't get the follow-up. Oh my God, Jadon! The lob! Highlight play! Oh my goodness! The second crazy dunk from Jalen Williams tonight. Podziemski floats up, nearly an and one. Wowee! Brandon Podziemski, almost the and one, but the previous play, Wiggins in transition just threw it up there, the underhand pass, and J-Dub, obviously such an athletic guy. Steph is out for his ankle, correct. Yes, yes. Hopefully just the one game for Steph. Maybe he doesn't play tomorrow. We'll kind of see how he goes. Jimmy, obviously we just spoke about that a moment ago as well. Illness, so I'm assuming like a cold or something. Maybe a stomach bug. So once again, it's probably a day-to-day thing. And then Draymond rest, same thing. It's a day-to-day thing. So we'll just see how they all kind of pan out come tomorrow morning. And I think it's one of those things like if Steph and Jimmy aren't available to play, they might even just rest Draymond another game. Where is Seth? He hasn't played in ages. He, I think, has a glute injury still. As Brandon goes 2 for 2 there at the line. I got a little bit distracted. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Seth is out with a glute injury. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but I remember reading that a little while ago. I don't know if it's a different injury now, but yeah, I don't know. Pretty disappointing. Like, he came in, funnily enough, like the last time we streamed, you know, the game versus the OKC Thunder, that was where Seth came out and went crazy, but since then, really, I think came into the ball game the following game for like a couple of minutes, but hasn't really properly played since that last time we played OKC like a month ago, so yeah, disappointing, but hopefully he'll be back soon as TJD there flips it up. So we got 76 people in. If you haven't already, Make sure to subscribe. In transition, Will Richard with the steal, and Steph hit the same emote as me. Hands up in the air there. Timeout OKC, and the Chase Center on their feet. Brandon Pajemski getting some encouragement from Steph. And the Warriors are in this ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Get excited. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to hit 700 subscribers. All the support is appreciated. 2026 should hopefully be a fun year on the channel. Speaking of subscribers, someone did just subscribe, so thank you to whoever that was. Also as well, do have a new video coming out either tomorrow or the day after. And I will also be streaming Warriors v Jazz tomorrow as well. So, yeah, plenty to be excited about over the coming days. Seth Curry with a left sciatic nerve injury. Is it in the glute though? Because that's what I remember seeing. I remember hearing something about a glute injury. Seth, we get a timeout here, so we'll have a quick look. Seth Curry injury. So we got this article here from Blue Man Hoop. Warriors regret in signing Seth Curry grows after latest injury. Fans hope the Golden State Warriors signing of Seth Curry would be more than a heartwarming story. Obviously, him and Steph playing. Unfortunately, that hasn't been the case. He only played 2 games. And on Sunday, the team announced he is dealing with a sciatic nerve issue. Who else had that injury? Someone else had that injury. Lower back and pelvis. Okay. So nerve related. Now, they said it'll be reevaluated in 2 weeks on the 30th of December. So, yeah, he probably won't play till the end of Jan if we do keep him on the team. I'm assuming we do keep him on the team. At least until Steph and Seth get a game in together. Like, even if the Warriors keep him until, they get out there, and then if it still doesn't work, they let go of him. It is what it is. But I think he can actually have an impact on the team. He just needs to get healthy. Man, I just keep seeing the Chase Center crowd. I can't help but be excited to get to go there for the first time. We've got a little bit of, hey now, you're an all-star. Man, I'm excited. This is a good game. We're in the fight here. Brandon Pajemski doing well. It's in the leg up to your back. Okay. Okay, so I think, initially I heard something about a glute, but that was ages ago. But yeah, hopefully he'll be back soon.
Time now for From the Wing, presented by Wingstop, and look at the Golden State Warriors wing, Will Richard. Say that 5 times fast. Will Richard with a great steal down the court and gets the dunk. Sorry about that.
Alrighty. So here we go, off the timeout. OKC with ball in hand. Obviously, Warriors have got this game right back in the balance. So, I'm assuming Mark Daigneault got something drawn up in the book to extend this OKC lead. Isaiah Joe, step back, triple, rims in and out. So, GP2 will come up with the rebound. So, Warriors coming up with some stops here, getting some occasional baskets and getting into this game. They've taken Pods out, which sucks. He's been playing amazing. Buddy, step in, triple, misses. Trace, though, with the offensive board. Richard, a 3, misses. Pat Spencer, an offensive board. Oh, Chet Holmgren, good hustle, ends up being Thunder Ball. Nearly came up with 2 offensive possessions in a row there. Offensive rebound possessions in a row, I should say. In transition, Richard, another 3. This time hits it. 2-point game. Here comes Golden State. 9-0 run the past just about 2 minutes. Crowd getting into this ball game too. Jada misses. We've got a chance for the lead. Trace Jackson-Davis bringing the ball up in transition. Fake handoff. Loses his dribble, so he now will have to hand it off. Gives it off to Buddy. Buddy off the screen. Back to Trace on the roll. Trace will flip it up and it get blocked by Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Joe now in transition, looking to calm things down for the Thunder. Gives it back to Chet now. Chet bounce pass to Isaiah Joe, who elevates to the rim there. Good read from the big fella Chet Holmgren. Little bounce pass there. I'm assuming SGA is going to have to come back into this ball game soon. With the way things have been rolling. GP2 corner 3 misses. Trace with another offensive board. He's crashing the glass, giving us second chance opportunities, but we're putting them to waste. As Pat Spencer has been awful in this game. I hate to say it. I love Pat, but he's been terrible. Chet's going to be fouled and he'll head to the line. Holmgren's been good tonight. How was my Christmas? Really good, thank you. I enjoyed a nice meal, a bit of a swim in the pool, and got a nice retro rookie 2009 Steph Curry jersey. So definitely not complaining. What about yourself? And then also streamed the Warriors Mavs game. So yeah, good Christmas period. But yeah, Andrew, I don't know if you were here before when I said it, but I am flying from Melbourne over to San Francisco, as Chet hits the first, in late March, early April to go to 3 home games at the Chase Center. Should be a lot of fun. Just booked my flights last night. Took out a lot of my money from work, but it's okay. You know, I love ticking off bucket list goals, and you know, this time around I'm even more excited to go because I'll be able to, you know, make some hopefully really good content for you guys. All right, Chet, the second free throw is good. So OKC have stopped the run here. We've got 76 people in though. Make sure to drop a like. Feel free to comment down below your thoughts on the game so far. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We are very, very close to 700 subscribers. We're trying to hit it by the end of January, so all the support is appreciated. Buddy Hield will miss the layup. But a lot of offensive rebounds tonight for the Warriors. The issue is we haven't converted them into points, which basically makes them pointless. Speaking of offensive rebound, Chet Holmgren gets one. And he actually converts it. So just like that, it's back out to an 8-point ball game. Timeout here from Steve Kerr. SGA pretty happy with the work of his tall teammate, Chet. Alright, so we're going to time out. Have a look at some of the other scores around the association. See if anything else is happening as well. Alright, let's have a quick look at Instagram. See if there's any news or any crazy highlights I might have missed. Doesn't look like that. Nah, it doesn't seem like anything crazy. Oh, Warriors rumored to have interest in Michael Porter Jr. The Warriors have discussed the idea of trading for Michael Porter Jr. Sources say Golden State, which helped inspire this whole notebook, has indeed had some internal discussions about whether to pursue Porter. And this is coming from Jake Fisher, who is a really, really notable source. So, yeah, that's an interesting discussion. I'm going to make a video talking about the AD trade rumor next week first, and then I'll do a video talking about the MPJ and Nick Claxton trade rumor. I'll kind of put them in together. I would definitely prefer the route of trying to go for MPJ and Nick Claxton. Like, if we were somehow able to fleece Brooklyn for both of those guys, it'd be insane. We'd have to give up Draymond and Kuminga. Probably maybe Moody as well and a pick. But we could end up getting something like Haywood Highsmith, Michael Porter Jr. and Nick Claxton. And then you have a lineup of Steph, Pajemski. Oh, no, what would you have the lineup be? Steph, Pajemski, Michael Porter Jr., Jimmy Butler, Nick Claxton. Like, I don't mind that. I think that's not too bad. I mean, you could also probably go Moody instead. have Moody as like the small forward. But yeah, I wouldn't mind that trade idea. Is Curry playing? No. No Steph, no Jimmy, no Dre, no Seth, no D'Anthony Melton, and also no Jonathan Kuminga in this game. So a lot of outs tonight for the Warriors. Basically half the rotation out. But if you have a look at the scoreboard, considering the circumstances, not a bad effort. Like, we're still in this game for sure. But yeah, it definitely sucks whenever Steph's not playing. You know, I enjoy just watching him go to work, and obviously makes it a lot easier when you have the literal greatest person at putting a ball in a basket not out there. Alright, so coming off the timeout, hopefully Steve Kerr has something good drawn up in the book. We really need to get another momentum swing back in our favour. But yeah, hopefully the month of January can be a good one. Hopefully we can, you know, have a really good month. We have so many games at home this month before I think we head on the road a lot in like late Feb, March. So, you know, make good use of it while we're at home. Try and just pick up as many wins as possible. And if we could pick a win up here without our three best players, that'd be awesome. Quinton post corner three, misses. But Podziemski, offensive rebound, and for three, he misses. That three ball tonight just not falling. And all of these second chance opportunities have gone Becky Al-Horford with the block. But OKC get an offensive rebound of their own, and they are actually converting their second chance opportunities. Both teams have had... So both teams, listen to this. Both teams have had 6 offensive rebounds. But OKC have had 17 second chance points. The Warriors have only had 2. So that just sums it up. AJ Mitchell now. OKC up by 11. SGA at the scorer's table. Getting ready to check back into this ball game. AJ Mitchell the 3. Oh no. This is getting ugly. We got it to a 2-point deficit, and now it's blown out to 14. It's been a 12-0 run for OKC as Podziemski will draw the foul. Kuminga is in the building. He's not playing, but he's in the building. Now, I don't know if Kuminga has an injury, but maybe there is a chance that Kuminga isn't playing because he's going to be traded, like, very, very soon. So that's an interesting thing to watch out for. Podziemski now. Where is the call? Oh my god. Caruso then gets a foul, bro. What is this bias officiating? Bro, and even Podziemski saying it too. He's like, how do you not call mine, but you call that one? I can see what he's saying too. I can read his lips, and I 100% agree with him. Also, as well, make sure to do the All-Star voting if you haven't already. Try and get our Warriors into the All-Star game. Most likely it'll just be Steph. But maybe Jimmy sneaks in. A couple of injuries happen. But the first free throw from Caruso, who is banged up at the moment after that collision with Pat Spencer early in the game. And the second free throw is also good. So 52 plays 36. Similar sort of margin when we last played OKC. We would end up getting the game right back in the balance, but just ran out of gas late. So we don't want that to be the case. We've got to get this game back in motion in this last 4-ish minutes of this first half. Pat Spencer has been awful. Yet to make a shot tonight, Pat Spencer, as SGA hits it. And just like that, it has gone from 2 points out to 18. We have missed like 10 field goals in a row. And good stop there from the Thunder. So this is just catastrophic. Dort, the banking 3! Oh my god, off the top of the glass, hits it. Thunder now up by 21 points. It has gone from a 2-point deficit to a 21-point deficit with 3 minutes to go in this first half. Disappointing, man. Disappointing. We were right there as well. Damn, that is unfortunate. Ah, man. I thought we were right there. I was hoping we were just about to hit the lead, and then all of a sudden, OKC start going crazy. Alright. It's not over yet, though. Like, we literally did a similar sort of comeback against the Thunder last time we played them. So, you just never know. I'm not going to give up hope. And, look, I didn't really have too much hope to begin with. So, whatever happens, happens, I guess. Alright. Let me know how we're feeling in the chat as well. You know, anything you guys have seen or noted that, you know, we could improve on, or anything of that sorts. Because I only got so much to say. Like, I feel like there's only so much you can do in a game like this. Alright, so off the timeout, it feels like it's essentially now or never here with just under 3 minutes to go in this first half. We've got to try and just get this lead somewhat back. Al Horford has the smaller Caruso on him, kicks it out to Richard. Santos will be fouled, and that's the best way to end the run. Just get to the line, get some freebies, just try and ever so slightly crawl back into this game. We're getting smashed. Yeah, look, definitely a bad patch. We missed like 9 or 10 field goals in a row. So, I mean, there's only just so much you can do, though, coming up against an OKC team like this with 7 rotation. I think it's like 7 rotation players out. And our 3 best players in particular out. But like Aaron says in the chat, it's definitely not over. Like, I've seen crazier comebacks in the NBA before, and what gives me a little bit of hope, last time we played OKC, probably like a month and a bit ago, we were down by a similar margin, and we came back and almost won. So we'll see, but I don't know. I just feel like this game doesn't have that same feel about it. Like, Pat Spencer has been just awful in this game. I think he's like 0-4 or 0-5 from the field. So, yeah, that game we had a spark in Pat and a couple of other guys. But in this game, outside of Podziemski and a little bit of Al Horford, we just haven't had too much spark from anyone. And now, with OKC scoring there, it's a 21-1 run heading into this second half. And there we go. That's a little something there. Get it back to 20. I just think we need to get it to at least like 15. We need to just try and go on a little 5-0 run here. Get a stop here. Hit a 3. Get another stop. And then hit a bucket again. SGA misses. So there's the stop. Let's get a 3 now. Imagine I call this exactly correct. Al with the screen. Out to Richard. Richard with SGA on him. Floats up and one! Will Richard put the MVP on skates? And look, I said we needed to get a 3 there, but look, we can go for the traditional old school 3-point play. The 2 plus the foul. Will Richard. Beautiful play there on the league's finest. And SGA, yeah, he's an offensive guy, but he can play defense too. So maybe he can be the little spark in this ball game for the Warriors. Richard converts it. So there we go. And to finish off what I was saying, we're going to get a stop here and then come down and score again. SGA Misses. So we get the stop, but although they get the ball right back, and SGA will score. So just second chance buckets have killed us all night long. Another one there for OKC. Dos Santos. And that's going to be Warriors ball deflected out there by the Thunder. So just under a minute remaining. Mike Dunleavy watching on. Hopefully he's seeing that he needs to make some moves. Seeing what this team is producing right now. And he should be on the phone to the Brooklyn Nets saying, here is Jonathan Kuminga. You give us Michael Porter Jr. Thank you very much. Good 3 there from Moody. Not long to go here in this first half. And then at the half, I'll talk about my upcoming trip over to San Francisco. I know a lot of you guys are interested in that. That's going to be another charge drawn by Brandon Podziemski. I think that's his second or maybe even third of the game tonight. Love that from Brandon. Obviously, one of the best players in the league in terms of drawing charges. Knows how to get his feet in the right position, take the contact. Alright, so exactly 39 seconds on the clock remaining. Warriors will get the 2 for 1 here. If we play it smart, maybe, just maybe, we can get it to 10 points. If we hit a couple of threes here, let's see. You never know. Richard, shoot it, Pods. Podziemski misses very much off the side of the backboard there. So there goes the hope of that. And now OKC will get the last shot. We didn't take that first shot in enough time. Did have a foul to give there, so SGA will be fouled. But, disappointing. We could have got it close to 10 if we got a good, quick look-off straight away. Got to stop and then winded it down. But just, yeah, couldn't get a good look-off. And Pods had to shoot a pretty forced 3 there. All it takes is a run in the second half to get back into this. Well, I wouldn't say that, to be honest. I wouldn't say just a run. Like, hang on, we'll talk about it in a second. AJ Mitchell, Dort to end off the first half, hits it. Oh my God. Lou Dort ends off the first half with a heart-crushing 3 to beat the buzzer. But yeah, to kind of answer or respond to that chat, I don't think when it comes to OKC, all it takes is a run. You've got to have a good, maintained period of basketball. Like we just saw there in that second quarter. We had a run, but it wasn't enough. Within, 5 minutes, all of a sudden OKC were up by 20. So, takes a lot when you're coming up against a historic team like the Oklahoma City Thunder. A crazy big 3 in SGA, Chet, and J-Dub. And, good on-ball defenders, couple of scoring options off the bench. Like, from top to bottom, they are built perfectly. But in saying that, yeah, I'm not too mad. Like, yeah, we're down by, 19 points. But all things considered, not too shabby. But yeah, let me know in the chat. Do you guys want to hear me talk about my upcoming trip to San Fran? If you guys don't really care, we won't talk about it. But if you guys are interested, I will go kind of in depth and talk about it all and, all that type of stuff, where I'm going, how I'm going for, the games I'm going to. If you guys are also intrigued on trying to get over there, maybe I can talk about the cost as well. Just let me know in the chat, but we'll have a look at what's happening around the rest of the league. So the Suns going to beat the Kings. Ooh! Damn. Good game from Book. Nice little 33 points. Yeah, Suns will definitely take that. Good little home win. Lakers currently up against the Grizzlies. Ja Morant is playing, but he is currently a negative 13 in the box plus minus. 1 point, 0-2 from the field. God, Ja is washed. Need to get him on a new team, man. Bron and Luka with 9 each. Okay. Interesting. And then we spoke about the other games as well. Bulls beat the Magic. Hawks beat the Knicks. Cavs beat the undermanned Nuggets. Blazers beat the Pelicans. Bucks ended up beating... Oh, wowee. Bucks beat the Hornets. A Giannis game-winning alley-oop dunk. And then apparently Brandon Miller missed it. Let's have a look at that. I want to have a look at that on Instagram. We'll see what transpired there. What would it be on? Surely Bleacher Report would have posted it. Free shout out to Bleacher Report. Let's see. Giannis game winner. I was going to say if the Hornets beat the Bucks, Giannis might just fucking walk out the door. No, they haven't. They've posted about the Rangers, but not Giannis' game winner. Surely, unless it just happened, but I thought that game ended ages ago. Surely the Bucks have posted about it. They have. Let's see. Oh, just a nice alley-oop. Kevin Porter Jr., beautiful play. I mean, wowee. That's nice. Bucks will definitely take that win. Ryan Rollins, former Warrior. He is becoming a really, really solid starting guard. 29 points, 4 boards, 8 assists, 3 steals, and a block. 84% from the field as well. That's crazy. That is crazy. LaMelo Ball also arguably washed. 12 points, 4 of 12 shooting. God damn, son. Yeah. You want me to talk about? Alright, we'll talk about the trip then. I was going to say, if you guys don't want to hear me talk about it, then I won't. But yeah, if you guys are interested, we'll talk about it. But we'll quickly answer this. Who's winning the MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved, and Clutch Player of the Year, Coach of the Year? So MVP, I think, will end up being Shea. I don't think Luka deserves it, in my opinion. I don't think Luka plays enough defense. I think SGA, elite numbers, efficient bucket, historic team. And I don't think Jokic will end up even being allowed to compete for the MVP. I don't think he'll get 65 games. There's been a bit of a debate around that 65-game rule. Me personally, I don't mind it. I think it is fair that you do have to play a certain amount of games to be eligible for an award. But I do think it should be lowered a little bit, if that makes sense. I like the idea of having a threshold because I think, an important part about being the most valuable player is being available. The most important thing is just being out there. But I think it should be 60 games. I think that's a little bit more fair. But yeah, I think MVP just ultimately ends up being SGA, back-to-back MVP. A Rookie of the Year, I think it ends up being Cooper Flagg, VJ Edgecombe, and Con have been playing really well. But I think the storyline, it'll end up going to Cooper, and he's been balling. Recently, Defensive Player of the Year. I mean, fuck, who wins Defensive Player of the Year? When you said that, I'm like, oh yeah, Victor Wembanyama, but he won't get 65 games either, so that rules him out. So, wouldn't even know for that one. Most Improved can go to so many players. I like Keontae George. I feel like he's been really, really good this year. I think he's improved a lot. Who else? There's so many players. Josh Giddey would be up there, but he's been injured a lot, so he might not even get 65 games. There's a lot of guys who have been really solid this year, but Keontae George comes to mind for me. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but that's who I'd go with. Clutch Player of the Year, Steph Curry. Coach of the Year, the Pistons coach. But obviously, in my opinion, it's way too early to start predicting awards. But just a rough kind of thought off the top of my head. I'd probably have a bit more of an in-depth look, if I was to properly be predicting awards. But with that being said, it is time to talk about my trip. It's exciting. Cannot wait to go. It should be a lot of fun. So I'm flying from Melbourne to San Francisco, the USA, late in March. So I'm leaving a couple of days before April starts. The reason I'm doing that, you save like a couple of $100. It's very expensive to fly out on the first few days of a month for some reason. So yeah, leaving in late March. Get there about the day before April. So yeah, should be a lot of fun. We'll talk about what I'm actually going to be doing while I'm over there. So get there on the 30th of March. Now, obviously, the first day, probably not going to do anything. Probably just relax, explore downtown, get some food. Man, I cannot wait to pick out an American junk food again. I crave American takeaway or American fast food every single day. Australian takeaway just does not hit the same. I can't wait to have some In-N-Out. What else? Some Chick-fil-A, most particularly. I'm excited to actually hopefully try Raising Cane's this time. Chipotle. I can't wait to have a Chipotle bowl again. It's going to be lit. So that's what I'm doing on the first day. And then on the 31st, which is like my first proper full day there, I'm going to like properly explore all of downtown. Like the first day after I land, I'll probably just walk around like on this couple of streets where I'm staying. But the first proper day, I'll go explore all of downtown. And then I'll probably just go to the Chase Center. I want to go around and have a look at the Chase Center before there's a bunch of people there. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to be amongst Dub Nation in person for the first time, but I want to go have a look at it before it's busy, go look at all the little artifacts, with it, get some hopefully cool photos. I'll probably take a tripod with me, film some content for my vlog and some other videos I'm doing. Probably go to the Warriors shop while it's not busy too, film some content in there, probably stay there for a couple of hours, walk around, enjoy that. And then on the 1st of April, I'm going to the Warriors and Spurs game. That should be so much fun. Hopefully, Wemby does end up playing. How long is the flight? 15 hours, but it's a non-stop flight, which is pretty cool. Last time I went to LA, I had to get off for a stopover, but it's direct, so that's pretty awesome. Makes it easier. Chipotle is so good. Yeah, I know. It was, oh my God, don't get me started. I'm getting hungry now. My favorite was Chick-fil-A. I loved the chicken burger. Chips were awesome. Chick-fil-A sauce hit with a juicy, fresh pink lemonade. Oh! Don't get me excited now, chat. But yeah, Chipotle slapped as well. So yeah, man, I've been craving it ever since. But I'm currently on a little bit of a gym journey, and I'm just probably going to blow all of that out once I go over there. But it's fine. It's fine. It'll be worth it, man. Am I going by myself? Yeah, I'm going by myself. So it does make it a little bit tougher on the content front. It'd be easy if I had someone there to film for me. But no excuses. I'm going to get some good videos done for you guys regardless. My family, they're not really that big into America or the NBA, so none of them really want to go. And it also is very expensive. Like, I do just want to clarify, I am paying for all of this out of my own money from working and whatnot. I do just want to make that clear. One of my good friends who's also a diehard Warriors fan, he went to a couple of games last year. He was thinking about going, but at this stage he's not going. Maybe he does end up going. I don't know. I would love for him to come and be awesome. But yeah, getting back to it. So going to Warriors Spurs. I've got some really good tickets in mind for that game. I haven't bought them yet. I'm waiting till I get paid for work. I'm very tight on the budget at the moment, but we'll get there. We'll get everything paid for, hopefully by the end of February. I booked the flights last night, but now I'm just going to book all the tickets. I'm going to book it next Wednesday when I get paid, and then 2 weeks after that when I get paid again. Aggressive? I mean, I'd hope not. I mean, that would not be a great way to go out. But yeah, I'm definitely not trying to think about that. But yeah, so go to Warriors Spurs. I've got some good tickets saved. I've got all the tickets I want saved on my computer. I'm just going to hope no one gets them in time by then. But yeah, got some good tickets. I'm hoping to sit on the first tier at all 3 games. I want to be as close to the action as possible. If I'm going all the way over there, I'm going to spend a little bit of extra money to get good seats. I could get cheap seats if I wanted to, but like, who knows how many games I get to go to in my life. So I just wanted to get some solid seats. Nothing too like outlandish. Like, I think the most I'm spending is like $500-600 on one of the tickets. But yeah, getting back to it. God, if I keep talking for too long, the game's going to start up again. But yeah, going to Warriors Spurs. Hopefully Wemby plays. Obviously, more importantly, hopefully Steph, Jimmy play. And then also that day, I'll probably go to the Golden Gate Park in the morning. Go get some Starbucks. Nice little maybe Dunkin' or, nice iced coffee. Go explore the Golden Gate Park. Beautiful from what I've seen. The next day, the Warriors have a back-to-back. We're then playing Cleveland. I'll be going to that game, obviously, as well. That should be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that one. Donovan Mitchell hopefully will play. And then also that day, I'll probably go to the Twin Peaks view. Nice little view of San Francisco, so probably do that in the morning as well. I'm trying to do as like much activities as I can, like in the morning, because obviously a lot of the time, you know, I've got stuff on at night. The day after that, on the 3rd, I'm going to the baseball, which should be a lot of fun. I went to the baseball last time I went. Saw a Dodgers game, and I loved it. It was awesome. It was really fun. And I know that the San Fran Giants Stadium is beautiful. It's got some amazing views. So they're playing the New York Mets. I wish it was the New York Yankees. That would have been a lot more cool. But yeah, that should be fun. So going to that on the 3rd. On the 4th, I'm going to spend like basically the day like down towards the Golden Gate Bridge. Obviously, that's, you know, an iconic spot. That's literally what our logo is. So I'm going to go to all the lookouts, spend a day on the water, enjoy all of that. And then the San Fran Giants are playing a game again that night, the 3rd out of the 3 games versus the Mets in that series. So I might go to that as well if I get back in time. And then on the 5th, I'm going to the Warriors v Rockets. Get to hopefully see KD, my second favorite player of all time. I love KD to bits. Once a Warrior, always a Warrior in my opinion. I absolutely rock with KD. I'm probably going to wear a KD Warriors jersey to that game. If he does play, if he doesn't play, probably not. But yeah, hopefully get to see KD. So I'm ticking off 2 of the opposition players I want to see the most, KD and Wemby. And then the day after that, head back home. So it is going to be an action-packed week. 3 NBA games, potentially 2 baseball games, couple of cool landmarks, a lot of takeaway, some awesome videos, and just an awesome time. I love traveling. It's my biggest bucket list thing in life, to just travel the world and get to see as many cool places as I can. In particular, America. I've always loved America since I was growing up, particularly with the sports scene. I'm a massive NBA, NFL fan, and I'm starting to become a lot more of a, NHL and MLB fan as the years go on as well. So what about the NFL? The NFL will unfortunately be finished when I'm over there. Second time in a row where I won't get to see the NFL. That's right up there on my bucket list. I'm hoping that I can go to an NFL game this year. I do plan on going twice this year. Hopefully, we'll see. I'd love to go to New York later in the year, but we'll see what happens. Will I live stream those games? Or will I vlog it? No, definitely vlog it. I won't live stream it. That's just too much to kind of worry about, from start to finish. And look, I don't want to be too much of a nuisance, for the people sitting around me. Like, I don't want to be, screaming and carrying on like a pork chop the whole time. The vlog's going to be good, and I will be talking and stuff. But, I also do want to enjoy it, and I want to make sure the people around me are, not having their experience ruined, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'm just going to do like 3 cool vlogs and then 1 massive vlog for the entire trip. I also want to do a video, like, I might do something where I, like, go to the Warriors shop, buy a couple of little cool souvenirs or, like, cool merchandise things, and then, like, interview, like, do trivia with Warriors fans. I feel like that would be fun. And then I'll think of some other stuff as well. Like, I might do, like, I don't know, something. I'll think of something. But the 3rd quarter is underway, so there it is. I got everything I wanted to say done just in time. Watch out for the security guards. Yeah, hopefully they'll let me take my camera in. Am I a 49ers fan? I am indeed. The rule with cameras, you're not allowed the big cameras, but you are allowed the little vlogging cameras with small lenses. And as you can see, it's a pretty small lens. So I will go down there the day before I actually go to a game. I'll ask him, I'll say, hey, will this be allowed? If not, I'll have to just vlog on my phone. Probably not going to attempt to sneak in. I don't want to get kicked out or banned or anything like that. So we'll just see. I mean, I have an iPhone 16, so the camera on it's insane. It would do more than enough. But I would much prefer to do it on a camera, though. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, enough talking about that. We're back underway here for the second half. Hopefully it's entertaining. Hopefully we get a little bit of action here. Oh, I have just knocked my camera over there. But Guy Santos starting us off here with 2 free throws. He missed the first. Where am I staying at? I'm probably not going to say that type of details just for safety and all that. You'll see it in the vlog. But yeah, it's still a while away. Like, I'm sure it'll come around quick. You know, I'll probably start a countdown with 50 days to go. But yeah, I'll talk about it more in a video you guys will see over the next few weeks. I'm going to make a video, not really a vlog, but when I went to LA, I'm going to say last year. When I went to LA last year to go to the Warriors-Lakers game, my first ever game, I took so many videos on my iPhone that I could probably compile a video together if I just do a little bit of like voiceovers and like clips of me talking in between, like kind of breaking it down. So I'm probably going to do that. And then at the end, I'll talk about the next trip. So, yeah, that video will be out soon. I've got a couple of other things I need to get out before that. But, yeah. There's a good shot there. OKC now up by 20. Chris, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Long time no see. Watch for the third quarter. Yeah, we'll be getting back into talking about the game now. San Fran in March is huge. We were literally just talking about that at halftime, Chris. I'm so excited. I was saying to you not that long ago that, you know, I'll try and get over there for some big videos. So, yeah, got the flights booked and getting the tickets next week. So excited to have all that, yeah, booked and ready to go. Should be a lot of fun. Get some good videos going. Chet for 3, misses. Gee with the rebound. Yeah, we'll get back to talking about the game now. I won't talk about it too much more, but yeah, definitely excited to say the least. Quinton Post, hand off to Moody, and he'll hit the little baseline fading midi there. So 48 plays 66. Can the Warriors mount a little bit of a comeback here? We'll see. SGA, hand off to Chet, and the late foul. So the whistle definitely being in favor of OKC tonight. I feel like a couple of fouls that have been called for the Thunder haven't been called for the Warriors tonight. Maybe I'm wrong, but from what I've seen, it's just, yeah, definitely been in favor of OKC. Now, I'm not saying that that wasn't a foul. Quinton definitely got him over the shoulder there, but I feel like OKC have gotten away with a few of those. So Quinton Post going for, oh no, are we getting a challenge here? Looks like maybe the Warriors are challenging this. We got a timeout. I didn't even realize they switched camera angles.
As they take a look at it, the Thunder.
Who's challenging it?
In December, 9-4 after
Are the Warriors challenging it or are the Thunder challenging it? That's a clear foul in my opinion.
14-1, 29-5, coming in
He hit him in the head. I don't know. I really hope the Warriors haven't wasted their challenge on a stupid decision like that, because that is a clear foul.
It's onto the play has no wind-up or impact. Therefore, it would not be upgraded to a flagrant foul.
Oh, okay. They were checking for a flagrant foul. I was so confused. I was like, in what world is that not a foul? But I also think, in what world is that a flagrant foul? So, okay, right call there. Guess I have to go for a little look. I want to go to America after school to tick off some games. Come with me, Chris. Take a week off. Take a week off in March and come with me. It'd be awesome. But yeah, you're definitely going to get to some games. Crouchy was going to come with me, but it looks like he's not coming anymore. It sucks. Holmgren, the first one. Thunder 67-48. So we got a game upcoming against the Clippers. I think it's early next week. I'm excited for that game. If everyone's back for the Warriors, that should be a fun game at the Chase Center. Clippers playing good ball at the moment. They've gone from bottom of the West to just outside the play-in now. They've won a bunch in a row. I think they've won 6 in a row, and Kawhi is balling. Hasn't played like this since he's been on the Raptors. Kawhi averaging like 32 plus points over that 6-game winning streak. So it's crazy. Clippers only a few only a few weeks ago were close to blowing it up, but now they're rolling. They're arguably some of the best, arguably one of the best teams in the West at the moment. Podziemski with the steal, has Quinton trailing, gives it to him, shovel pass, pump fake, misses, but gets the putback. Puts it back to 18. Next year for sure I want to hit up Well, Chris, you're always welcome to go with me. You know, I know the ropes a little bit. Probably not, to be honest. Yeah, I'm excited for the game versus the Clippers. Should be fun. Quinton for 3 misses. That could have got things going. Would have put it to 15 there, but misses the 3 ball. SGA now with Will Richard on him. Shea almost had it poked away there from the rookie out of the second round from Florida. But good D, Will Richard on SGA. Forces the miss. In transition, Podziemski, Moody, Will Richard, floater, misses. Unlucky bounce there. That was in, and then it just bounced out. J-Dub on the run, scooping layup. We just can't get it back to 10 points. It just hovers around 15 and then blows back out to 20. Podziemski, the little shot there off the glass, misses. So if we don't get going here over these next 5 or so minutes, you probably put a cross through this game here for the Warriors. I would say that we'd probably start to empty the bench, but our bench is already essentially out there at the moment, so we'll see. Guy Santos, and that's going to be a whistle there. It's going to still be Warriors ball. Sideline out of bounds. But after missing some time early in the year, seems like J-Dub starting to find his footing again, which the Thunder would love. All right. Will Richard to inbound, off to Podziemski. Quinton post the high screen. Podziemski will attack Chet. It'll eventually end up in Guy's hands. And that's going to be another foul.
So we know that Steve Nash, who is part of our Prime family.
Your score predictions, Thunder 123, Warriors 98. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that definitely sounds about right.
Does a great job there, obviously. These 2 guys recently in the pros, and if I could throw it out there.
It's pretty interesting. Jalen Williams and Brandon Podziemski both out of Santa Clara. I didn't know that Jalen Williams was from Santa Clara, so there you go. I wonder if those two actually played together or not. I'll have to have a look at that at the end of the third. As SGA doing what he does best, getting to the midi, just floating up. Moody now has Quinton in the post. Post in the post. Chet on him. Quinton, hand off to Will Richard. Kick out to Guy. He'll set his feet. He'll shoot the 3 but miss. That 3 ball just not falling whatsoever tonight for the Warriors. Obviously, that's going to be the case when you have the greatest 3-point shooter of all time not playing. Jade up for 3, misses. Although OKC themselves haven't shot it at a great clip either. Guy Santos to Will Richard. Tried to poster Aaron Wiggins, but got denied there. It'll come up now. 3 on 2 here for OKC. SGA to the rim will miss, but he'll be fouled, of course. SGA now will head to the line to extend the 20-point lead. I'm going to be honest, in that second quarter, I had a little bit of hope. We're playing good basketball, but yeah, that hope is snuck out the window. All right, SGA, first free throw. Also, as well, if you haven't already, obviously not the best result here tonight, but hopefully good things coming soon. So if you want to be around for the content, the streams, the videos, the shorts, the whole lot, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Very close to 700 subscribers. All right, couple of substitutions for both teams. Will the Warriors bring back in Big Al? Pat Spencer comes in, same with Trace, but no Al Horford. I mean, look, considering the margin now, probably not worth bringing Al back in. Let him get some rest for tomorrow. Although, actually, no. Al doesn't play back-to-backs. But I wonder if he only played like 10 or so minutes tonight. Could he potentially play a back-to-back? Or is it just No matter the outcome, no matter the amount of minutes, or no matter how good he played, he's not playing back-to-backs. We'll see. GP, 2 misses, but Trace, another offensive board. He'll be found. He'll head to the line. Trace Jackson-Davis, been really, really good tonight. Trace Jackson-Davis with 7 boards, a couple of them being on the offensive side of the glass. It looks like Chris Mullen's going to join the broadcast. Obviously, Warriors legend has his jersey up in the rafters. Wore my favourite number of all time, number 17. Oh, this result's got me tired. I had so much energy to begin the stream, but as the Warriors have started to fade away, so has my energy. Man. I'll have a look, see if anyone's, talking about anything, any crazy talking points. Doesn't seem to really be the case. People just talking more about how Steph on the bench than the actual game going on. Alright. Yeah, comments aren't happy. Comments are just not happy. Interesting. A lot of people want Nick Claxton and Michael Porter Jr. I was just reading the comments of some of the Warriors posts, and essentially everyone's saying the same thing. What is Steve Kerr doing, and when are we trading for Michael Porter Jr. and Nick Claxton? And I could not agree anymore. I would love to get those 2 guys from the Brooklyn Nets over to this team. I think they could provide a lot of help. Obviously, we need more wing scoring, and who better to get than Mr. Michael I Never Swing the Rock Porter Jr. Space the floor, he can score off the dribble, he can get to the rim, sniper from 3, exactly what the Warriors need right now. And then Nick Claxton is the other thing that the Warriors need right now, a bit of rim protection on the defensive side, and then a lob threat on the offensive side, and also a guy who can simply just get some rebounds. So, I mean, I would give up Dre, Kuminga, Bowie, and some picks to get those 2. That'd be awesome. I mean, Michael Porter Jr., borderline All-Star this year. There's a world where he ends up on the All-Star team. And don't get me wrong, he's been awesome, and I'd be hesitant to trade him if I was Brooklyn. Like, they haven't had a good player like that in a little bit since, KD left. But I'm almost in the other mindset of, if I'm Brooklyn, do I trade Michael Porter Jr. now while his trade value is at the highest? Lightning sticks, because we're going loud. Lightning, let's go make some noise. All right. I mean, I don't know why they'd be making noise if we're down by 22 points. I don't know what the noise is to make.
Back in San Francisco, home of the Warriors, and home of one of the greatest players this game, one of the greatest shooters this game has ever seen, Chris Mullen. Hall of Famer, Olympian, All-Star, All-NBA.
All right.
Thank you for joining us. My invitation of Brett Barry. Of course. Kevin, one of my favorite guys of all time. Happy New Year's, Kevin. Thank you very much. Brett, always great to be with you. Thanks, Molly. Good to see you. What do you guys think so far? Could you play?
All right. So Trey's heading to the line. I'm just listening to what Chris Mullen's got to say, and they're asking if Chris Mullen could suit up and play. And honestly, we could use a Chris Mullen on this current day Warriors team. Imagine prime Chris Mullen. So Draymond is in the building, by the way. We spoke about it before. It didn't look like Draymond was in the building. We know Jimmy wasn't because he has an illness, but I didn't see Draymond, but he was hidden away at the end of the bench. Imagine sitting next to Draymond Green for a full game. I would literally do nearly anything to have courtside seats next to the bench, bro. Imagine a vlog where I'm just sitting next to Draymond Green. I'm just chilling next to Draymond. I'm like, yo, Dre, thoughts on the game so far? He's like, no, fuck you, man. I could only dream of having courtside seats. But good trip to the line there for Trace. Hits the free throws. But yeah, the energy's just flat. Like, there's not much going on. This is definitely going to be a loss. I'm sure of that. It's just getting through the game unscathed now for both teams, essentially. Which is disappointing because I had this game marked down on my calendar. You know, I was hoping that, you know, we'd get revenge versus OKC, Steph, Jimmy, Dre, get the big three rolling in 2026, but yeah, it is what it is. Simo, hope you're doing well. Good to see you back in. I don't know if you have seen, but I am going to San Francisco in early April to go to a couple of games. So yeah, that should be exciting. Richard, the 3 air balls. Bit of a rookie mistake. His Buddy Hield will head to the scorer's table. You know, might as well just give him some minutes in a meaningless game like this as SGA hits the 3 and in my opinion essentially puts the lid on this game, and more than likely he will not be playing in the fourth quarter. SGA with 23 so far in this one. Moody, deep triple, misses. Richard, the offensive board, and misses another shot to the Warriors. So, not putting these second chance opportunities to any use whatsoever. That's sick. Yeah, it'll be awesome. Make sure you get excited for a Simo. There'll be probably 4 or 5 epic videos. But yeah, excited for that one. Should be fun. I'm already counting down the days. Hopefully it comes around as quick as possible. Still a few months away. About, 2-3 months away still, but time flies. It's not over at all. It is over, my friend. It is without a doubt over, my friend. I know this Warriors team like the back of my hand, and I can tell you from what I've seen, the energy levels, the body language, this is a game where it's like, we'll give them a good run for their money in the first half. They'll do what they do best. I mean, they are the league's best team. And we'll just quietly kind of fade away in the second half and just hopefully throw this game under the rug and move on. That's the vibe I'm getting. But we'll see. I mean, I've been proven wrong by this team on so many occasions for good reasons and for bad reasons. So we'll see. Alright, OKC coming up with it. Shet will just drop the ball. It's going to be Warriors ball. What games am I seeing? Warriors, Spurs. Oh, we got a challenge from Steve Kerr. He's not happy. He's wagging the finger and shaking his head saying, fuck this. He's still wagging his finger. Let's see if this firstly... Oh, that's out off OKC. Oh my god, the refs are such in the Thunder's favour. It's not even fucking funny. But yeah, going to see Warriors Spurs, Warriors Cavs, and Warriors Rockets. And then I'm also going to see the San Francisco Giants and the New York Mets in the baseball. So, should be a lot of fun. I'm excited for it. It's expensive. Spent a lot of money on it. So, hopefully it's a good trip. Hopefully all the players are healthy. Can only hope. Look, in terms of the healthiness of the players, all I'm hoping is I get to see one healthy Steph game, one healthy Jimmy game, because when I went and saw them last year, Jimmy didn't play that well. So a good Jimmy game, one healthy Steph game, and then I'd like to either see Wembanyama or KD play. If one plays and the other one's injured, I won't be too mad, but I just do want to see one of them play. Probably more KD, because that might be my last chance to see KD, where maybe with Wemby I'll get some more chances later on down the line. But, I mean, best case scenario, with playoffs right around the corner at that time, hopefully everyone will be playing and trying to compete for playoff spots and stuff like that. But yeah, I was originally intending on going to a playoffs game, but it's just too expensive. Like, I'd rather go to a couple of regular season games and, get to go for a while and, potentially go on 2 trips this year rather than just the one playoff trip. And I've also got some stuff on at that time. So, yeah, I will definitely get to a playoff game. We'll hopefully get to a playoff game at some point in my life. But, yeah, it's just honestly at this stage better better worth my money and time to go to a bunch of regular season games. You know, get good seats as well, where like at a playoff game, you know, I'm going to have to spend a lot of money for a seat, but it's not even going to really be that good of a seat. But yeah, I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'll probably do an IRL stream at the Chase Center one day, a couple of vlogs, a lot of short form content, one massive whole holiday vlog, obviously, you know, game vlogs as well. They're some of my favorite videos to watch. Not often people do them though.
Put your hands up, it might come right to you.
All right.
Here we go. Leggy.
Let's do it.
Get your coffee fix. There we go.
Let's do it. Let's get this game going. Is what I would say if I was a fan with hope right now, but that is not the case. Hopefully, I mean, you can only hope. That's all you can do. Can't control anything. I mean, I can maybe give Steve Kerr a call to say, hey, look, make sure you put Steph on ice before I go. Make sure he's ready. All right.
Watch the original series, Beast Games.
They're talking about Beast Games on a Warriors OKC timeout. How crazy is that? All right, so 4 minutes remaining in... Oh my god, my iPad's about to go flat. No, I forgot my charger here. 4 minutes remaining.
Also tonight, Brent, we did pregame on NBC Sports Bay Area Content Hill. We talked about the one thing that which is last game of service, big 24 threes. Big number tonight.
Holmgren kicks it out. Wiggins for 3. Hits it. Oh, God. 30 points is the margin. I think at this stage, this is the worst margin I have streamed so far this year. Like the biggest deficit we've been in while I've been streaming. Finally, something from Horford. There we go. Gets it back under 30. Oh, my God. SGA, the best on planet Earth as of 2026. This guy is unreal. Puts it back to 30. Had Pat Spencer dancing. Pods the float game. Misses. Chet with the rebound. And I mean, we've still got 12 minutes of action, but it feels like that'll just about do it. I think both teams will pull the plug here in the fourth. Oh, Trace with the denial. He's been good tonight. Like, I've liked what I've seen from him and Pods. Those two youngsters have definitely liked their play tonight. That's a good block from Trace. Got the fingertip on SGA. He's a hard player to stop, so we'll take that. Chet. Hand off to SGA. Step back 3. Oh my God! SGA! The best player on planet Earth. No doubt about it. And that is coming from a diehard Warriors and Steph Curry fan. We are witnessing a historic player. As Al Horford going on a little run here himself. Uncle Al trying to give us a bit of hope. He's got 10 tonight. But yeah, SGA, man, he's insane. Thunder just cannot be stopped here, though. They're already up to 91 points. Podziemski will hit it. So, a little bit of a scoring run here. You know, scoreboard. You know, take the scoreboard out of the occasion. There's been a couple of a little entertaining back and forth plays here over these past few minutes. Good steal there from Podziemski and Trace. Both of them combine. In transition, Buddy Hield just drops the ball. Oh, buddy. You are probably going to be sent to Brooklyn by the deadline, my friend. We are so cooked. Buddy with the turnover. Yeah, he's gone. He will be sent away. The streets will never forget Game 7, Buddy, but those days are long gone. Gavin says Warriors are so buns. Well, we don't have our 3 best players plus a couple of other bench guys, so can't take too much into account. If Warriors had current Russ, they'd be leading. I said this on a stream a couple of weeks ago. I would love to have Westbrook lead our bench unit. He would be awesome. I don't know if the fit would work. Why do they need to keep showing Kuminga on the big screen? Why? Like, leave him alone. I feel so bad for Kuminga. The whole way this thing has played out, I feel bad for my guy. I hope he does succeed whenever he gets traded. Like, if you think he's still staying with the Warriors, you are the most delusional person I might ever meet in my life. But, yeah, I do feel for Kuminga. I miss the days when he was just this ball of explosiveness, a bit of a spark plug, but yeah, I just feel like it's been managed terribly by the Warriors. Another young guy that just has gone to waste. Like right now, you know, we could be led by Jordan Poole, James Wiseman, Kuminga, Moody, you know, Podziemski, all of these young guys. You know, if only they could have just panned out. Buddy misses another 3. The one that hurts the most, though, is probably, I mean, not. I think the Poole one's a bit different because he did kind of reach, not his full potential, but, you know, won the ring, was the 3rd option. You know, we saw what he was made of. Where Wiseman, we never even got to see what his full potential was like, and it's disappointing. Al Horford misses, so a minute to go here in this 3rd quarter. But, yeah. Always going to be one of those what-ifs, for sure. Like, imagine we took, like, LaMelo or Tyrese or who else? Like, even, like, a Tyrese Maxey, I think, was in that same draft. There was a lot of good guys. LaMelo, Halliburton, Tyrese Maxey. Like, a lot of good guard options in there. But I always see people, like, kind of say, why did the Warriors draft James Wiseman? But you got to remember, at the time, he was the biggest no-brainer pick for the Warriors. He was exactly what that Warriors team needed at the time and still need to this day. An athletic, rim-running center who can catch lobs, you know, can block shots, get rebounds. And he was exactly that. He was the best center in the class. But unfortunately, big, you know, centers, I always feel like have a lot of bust potential. 5 seconds to go. In this 3rd quarter, Podziemski will shoot and will miss. So, 95 plays. Oh no, foul on Podziemski. But that's when you know the Warriors are cooked in a game. Whenever you start talking about James Wiseman, you just know that the Warriors are down by 30 because you start to reminisce on what could have been. But, like, could you imagine the Jordan Poole incident doesn't happen and everyone's ego stays in check? Wiseman, you know, comes back from the injury and doesn't... Like, we didn't need him to be an all-star, but, you know, if he was a good, like, you know, 14-point, 8-rebound, 3-assist guy, like, imagine that. And we had a lineup of Steph, Poole, Jimmy, you know, if Kuminga turned out, Kuminga and Wiseman. So 66 plays 95 after the Podziemski free throw. And we've got one more quarter to go here. I'm excited for this one to wrap up, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's just not great. Not great at all. Yeah. I mean, look, I didn't expect much more than this, in all honesty, but in the back of my mind, I still had a little bit of hope, but yeah, is what it is. But, man, I cannot help but just think about what could have been. Just imagine Steph, Jordan becomes a 25-point-per-game guy, you know, fully blossoms. You know, we end up trading Draymond instead, and then we have Jimmy, Kuminga at the power forward. He's like a 15-point-per-game guy, but he likes his role, and then Wiseman's given us like a near double-double. Man, what could have been? Then we had like Moody off the bench. What could have been, my friends? What could have been? I will do a video on that at some point this year, talking about like what the Warriors could have looked like, you know, if all their picks kind of panned out or something along those lines. I've got it written down. I want to do a video talking about like how the Warriors kind of like wasted all their young talent, because we did. Like the Jordan Poole thing, he was supposed to be our guard of the future. You know, I think there is a world where Jordan Poole, if the whole punch thing didn't happen, everyone's egos stayed in check, I think he could be playing like Tyrese Maxey right now. I think he had that potential in him, but that punch, it just seems like it rocked the confidence out of him. So that kind of happened. Moody, I feel like, hasn't really even turned out into the player we would have hoped with, you know, the 14th pick. Obviously, late lottery, you're not expecting too much, but still, he's shown flashes. Kuminga, disappointing. You know, he had so much potential, but a bit of mismanagement there. And then obviously Wiseman we spoke about. But even guys like Patrick Baldwin Jr., Ryan Rollins, like just more young guys that had a lot of potential, but just never panned out in a Warriors uniform, which sucks. Because there's a world where it's like, I know I've already said it like 4 times, but I just can't stop. Steph, Poole, let's say we still get Jimmy, Kuminga, Weissman, then off the bench like Rollins, Moody. Let's just say we still got Quinton Post in the second round. You know, a couple of good veterans. Even maybe if Draymond started to go off the bench, like, I don't know. What could have been? It hurt when a star player couldn't play today. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, Mike. You know, hopefully they can all get back ASAP, but nothing you can really do about it. You know, you just got to put your best team out there and just give it a crack. And I think we've done that. You know, I thought we put up a solid fight, but just hasn't been our night. And you can see that we are missing our guys, so we got 12 minutes. I am just looking to get through this as quick as possible. In all honesty, I got a video to edit. I'll be do that. Never over till it's over, my friend. This ball game is over. This ball game is over. SGA and his crew, they are going to get an easy win. I don't even think SGA will need to play in the 4th. All right. Here we go. 4th quarter action. I mean, look, you are right, though. It is technically never over till it's over. But I just can't see it. G. Santos, Pat Spencer, who has been pretty bad tonight. And that's going to be OKC ball. So already off to a bad start. All right. I've seen Detroit choke big leads. Yeah, true, but I mean, I don't see it. I just don't see it. All right, both teams trade a pair of threes there. 69 plays 98. I just don't think there's anywhere near enough time, and I just don't think there's also anywhere near enough energy. AJ Mitchell to Aaron Wiggins. His 3 will miss, but the tip-in is good. So, OKC enter triple figs. And they are now up by 31. Crazy. Trace Jackson Davis. Will Richard ends up in Moody's hands, and he will miss that 3. Made the previous shot. Isaiah Joe, beautiful pass. And Carlson will head to the line here. Obviously, no Jalen Williams and no Hartenstein in this one, so getting some extra minutes tonight, the young fella. And he's solid too, I don't mind him. First free throw is good. So, 31 points is the lead. And now more than ever, I am certain we will not be winning this game. 2 for 2. 33 now.
All-time shot line.
Damn, this is rough.
Capable shooter. Growing in terms of his confidence.
All 3 games versus OKC this year have been a disappointment by the end of the night. Which sucks, because, like, watch, in the second half of the season, we'll get rolling, but then we've already played OKC so many times. I don't know if we'd play them again. We might play them once more. But Alright, TJD at the line now.
It's the same group that won the championship. Although you have the same nameplate on the back of your jersey, even though it's the same roster, same names from one year to the next, it is a different team.
Alright, Trace Jackson Davis, first free throw is offline. So the 3 Thunder guys, the big 3, Chet, Jalen Williams, and Shea, they're all sitting next to each other talking with towels around their necks, which to me signals that they're probably not checking back into this game. But I don't think they really need to, in all honesty. I'm just about certain they've won this game. AJ Mitchell there hits the layup. So, God, that is an ugly scoreboard. 104-69. Jackson Davis. Geese Santos' 3 will miss. Pat Spencer, the offensive rebound, saves it to Trace Jackson Davis. Pat will get it back. 8 seconds to work with. Back to the basket. Kicks it out. Will Richard. 1 more to Moody. 3, 2, 1. Moody hits the mid-range shot. Little highlight there. Good ball movement. Pat saved the play. Good swinging off the rock there as well. Little fourth quarter constellation highlight. Kenrich Williams. So Thunder heading deep into their bench now. And that's going to be a goaltend, but looks like the Warriors want to challenge it. And Steve Kerr challenging it? Too late. Look, I don't even see the point in challenging it when you're down by this much. Get the game over and done with. We'll let the boys go to bed and we'll bounce back hopefully tomorrow. Moody in the corner. Driving to the lane. And 1! Moses Moody, a little 5-0 potential run here. If he converts the extra point. Moses Moody having a good fourth quarter here.
It's not about luck. It's not about the referees. It's not about the schedule. It's about how we're going to perform and what it is.
Moses Moody now.
He said that gives our team strength.
8th of March at their place. Okay. So we got one more game versus them. Hopefully by then we've got our stuff sorted. Because that'll be the time where I'm getting ready to head over. So I hope this team's competing by then. Like I hope we're not bloody out of the playoff range. But you never know. All it takes is a couple of injuries and see you later to your season. Good lob there from AJ Mitchell. No, I was just giving the Warriors points there. 108-73. I am so flat right now. This is disappointing. I mean, I knew this was coming, but still. You know, I was excited for this game. First proper stream in a week since I last streamed the Christmas game. I was excited, but it just, you know, it hasn't been anything too special. Alright, we're going to get a timeout here. Alright, we gained another subscriber, so we're on 667 subscribers. Nice. Getting ever so slightly closer to 700, which is good.
With holiday rentals and hotels, Booking.com has something for everyone.
Alright.
Right this way.
What about something more family friendly?
Maybe a resort with a water park?
Or somewhere less family.
Just reading a couple of things on Instagram at the moment.
What if we hate everything?
No worries, we have free cancellation. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com.
Yeah, everyone's kind of got the same kind of thoughts on this game. I don't know. I don't know where we kind of go from here. It's an interesting one. Alright. Oh man, I just want to get this game over and done with. I'm so tired. Had work this morning at 5 a.m. Came home, filmed a video. Set up the stream. Obviously streaming now and then I'll edit the video after this. So a lot to do, but I'm so tired. And the result of this game has intensified my sleep deprivation. I was awake, I was upbeat at the beginning of this game, I was ready to go, but damn, this loss has flattened the energy out of me. I don't know how we're feeling down below in the chat, but, you know, let me know how you guys are feeling about this loss. Alright. Still 8 minutes to go. Jesus.
Oh, that's pretty loud. But lower bowl, I know you want some shirts too. Who wants some shirts? Let me hear ya.
Alright. Let's get this game back underway. Let's get this game over and done with. Utah tomorrow. Hopefully at least 2 out of the 3 of Steph, Jimmy, and Dre return. Worst case scenario, I'd at least like to see one of them back in the team. But we'll see how it plays out.
For the 30th win of the season, they'll be 30-5 after tonight. And we thought it might be kind of interesting to talk about the other dynastic teams, the Golden State Warriors in the 2015-16 season. That was when they won 73 games, and then the Bulls won 72 back in the mid-90s.
Alright, so off the timeout, Pat Spencer, who unfortunately just hasn't been good tonight. Last time we went up against OKC, he was unreal. Was talking trash, but nah, just hasn't been the case tonight. Moody with 1, and that is going to be a shot clock violation for the Warriors. Man, this is awful.
Mark Daigneault never talked about it. Their players never talked about it. They were just going out and working their way through all of their opponents. That 19-1 start got everyone.
This is awful.
The potential of this team now 29-5, and it's really not something that specifically.
Proper old school blowout here. Whole bench out there with 7 minutes to go in the 4th. Like, what are we watching? To Buddy. Buddy for 3. Hits it. Boost your trade value, Buddy, because we need Michael Porter Jr. Buddy Hield, my friend, you are a Brooklyn Net. AJ Mitchell. Kenrich Williams. Corner 3. Misses there. Pat Spencer with the rebound. 7 minutes to go here. Pat Spencer off to Al. I'm surprised Big Al's still out there. Quinton Post and Pajemski getting ready to check into this game. Pat Spencer. Buddy will try another 3. And that one will miss. That has kind of been the story this year with Buddy Hield. Just can't get going at a consistent rhythm. Moody for 3 misses. I mean, the 3-point shooting tonight, just god awful. We're shooting 9 of 35 as a team, 25%. I mean, OKC 12 to 29, they're only at 40%, but god, 3-point wise, we have been awful. Here's another 3. Pat Spencer off the side of the backboard. Holy crap.
If it's not easy for the Warriors, and none of it has been, the ones that are open are so rushed.
There's a 3 there.
Something done for Golden State.
So OKC continuing to build on this lead here And to anyone in the chat before who was saying we're still a chance, trust me, we are no longer a chance. Al, nice little 3 there. He's been impressive tonight. He might be the player on my final score graphic. We'll wait and see. I'm not too rushed to get it out, to be honest.
How much do you think the struggles against the Spurs has struck a chord for the
Ugh.
They're sailing along, and then they had those games against San Antonio.
I think it's, first of all, I'll say this. It's great for the league that there's somebody out there that's waiting. In the form of the it's mostly in the form of Victor Wembanyama, but what it is that the San Antonio Spurs.
All right, we've got exactly half a quarter to go here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to everyone who sticked around. Obviously, I know hasn't been the greatest result by any means. You know, kind of expected. No Steph, Jimmy, Dre, Seth, D'Anthony, or Kuminga. But, you know, even still, I was hoping we'd be a little bit more competitive than this. But, you know, to everyone who sticked around and, you know, still chatting and whatnot and, you know, all that type of stuff, I do appreciate it. Hopefully tomorrow will be a better stream. You know, we'll all get some rest tonight and come back to do it all again tomorrow versus the Jazz. And hopefully what will be a better result. But we'll see. I think that also kind of comes down to, you know, how a lot of the guys pull up tomorrow. Another 3 there from Youngblood. One of the coolest NBA surnames. Such a cool jersey as well. Youngblood. Like, that's such a sick last name. Good number 2 and number 3. Dope jersey. I'd be copping that if I was an OKC fan. Finally, Pat Spencer gets it to go. And a sigh of relief there from Pat. He has been, in all honesty, awful tonight. He has been god-awful tonight, if I'm being honest. Yeah, he has 10 assists, but what is he? He's 3 points, 1 of 8 from the field, and a negative 40 in the box plus minus. Like, God, I know we're down by a lot, but everyone else is only like, you know, negative 15. But yeah, Pat Spencer hasn't been great.
You don't think it's tough to find points against the Thunder, but this isn't difficult.
Finally got 1 to go. Why is he talking trash? I think he's trying to pump himself up there, actually. But yeah, 1 of 8 from Pat Spencer. Certainly not all we need. We'd need a lot more from him moving forward if he wants to stay in this rotation. Pat Spencer. Quinton Post. Handoff to TJD. And he'll be blocked there. So it's going to still be Warriors ball.
The Thunder had the best point differential in NBA history, 12.9.
Alright.
This year it's even better. Almost by 2 points.
2 free throws here for TJD. Hits the first one. So I've liked his game tonight.
Now this is, you're talking about all time what these numbers look like with some incredible franchises.
And the second one is good. So, yeah, like I said, good performance from Jackson Davis. 7 points, 9 rebounds. Close to a double-double.
Defensive intensity. It's going to be interesting, Kevin, because their schedule wasn't the toughest.
All right. Thunder come up short there in that play. 4 minutes to go. As that's going to be a turnover from Guy Santos. Bit of a miscommunication there from Guy and Pat. Weren't on the same wavelength. But yeah, just having a look at the box score here so far in this game. As that's going to be a kick out. Step back 3 from the big man. He hits it. There we go. Good shot there. But yeah, having a look at the box score. Outside of Moses Moody and Al Horford, no one has even come close to shooting 50% from the field as Quinton Post hits a 3 in response. So both big men stretching the floor here. But yeah, Al at 66% and Moody at 50%. Everyone else is in the 30s or low 40s. So disappointing. Wiggins for 3, hits it! Aaron Wiggins, deep 3 there. Both teams going shot for shot here to end off this game. Good. Let's see a little bit of entertainment here.
Piece for them again. A switch will go by, but provide some instant offense.
Quinton Post off to Gee, and he will turn it over again. So 2 consecutive turnovers for these last 2 possessions here for Gee Santos. Quinton Post with the near block, but it'll be a foul. So a couple of free throws for Aaron Wiggins. And I think it's going to be a timeout. I don't know. My broadcast is lagging here. We'll reset that. We'll see if we miss anything. 124. I think it's a timeout here for OKC. Yeah, it is. Thunder call timeout. All right. Ben says, go Golden State, ... I know, my friend. It's been one of those games. It's one of those games where you just got to get through it. Simple as that. Just, get through it as quick as possible. Make sure we come away, healthy and, come away with some lessons. And I think that has been the case. But these are the type of games that you just sit there and think, what the fuck are we doing with this team? Yeah, I'm ready to make some trades, to be honest. I'm a pretty patient person when it comes to this team, but man, I want to see Michael Porter Jr. on this team. Also, Nick Claxton. I'd love to make a package deal with the Nets. Wouldn't mind AD. I know he's injury prone, but honestly, at this rate, what other choice do we have? Do we keep rolling with this same small ball mediocre team? Yeah. I would just pull the trigger on something. Not a crazy move that blows up our whole future. Because clearly the end is, closer than ever now. With Steph being, 37, Jimmy, I think, 35, and same with Dre being 35, Al being 39. And a lot of our young guys just not developing as we would have hoped. So, once all those older guys are gone, I hate to be the person to break the news, but a lot of games are going to be like this in the rebuilding period. And look, I think about it a lot recently. I've been thinking about it, what Warriors basketball will look like post Steph Curry. And I do think there is a chance we could just get another star. Not straight away, but within a season or two. We are a big market, nice, beautiful city. But more than likely, we're going to have a few terrible rebuilding seasons where the scoreboard's going to look like this for most games, and that's not going to be fun. That is not going to be fun. I don't even want to think about it. Can we make something in the lab where we can slow down aging so Steph can play forever? Is this OKC practice? It's probably as close as you can get to a actual practice game. The Warriors are playing with preseason intensity, so I know you're trying to get me riled up or something, but you're not really wrong, to be honest. But, no Steph, Jimmy, or Dre, so, I'm not taking too much of a thought on it. But yeah, can we get this game back underway? Why do we need a full timeout here? Could possibly be over. King Simo, I told you though. I told you. I could just see by the body language and with how things had looked so far that it wasn't going to be close. That's crazy. SGA on track to have the most 20-plus point games in NBA history above Wilt. Wilt the Stilt, former Warrior. Alright, so after the timeout, we got some OKC free throws here. What a surprise. I'm joking, but no. That was a clear foul on Wiggins, and he goes 2-2. I was wondering what that timer is. It's a little donation thing running out. 25 more steals very quickly. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, look, it's not over yet. Buddy for 3. Okay, it's over. It's over. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. It's over! It's over! Man, we could use Vince Carter right now. Imagine the Warriors didn't trade Vince Carter on draft night. In another world, the Warriors... Some people don't know this, but Vince Carter was drafted by Golden State. Let me know in the chat if you didn't know that. Fun fact. I've said that to a few people and they had no idea. Good 3 there from Buddy Buckets. But yeah, Vince Carter was drafted by the Warriors on draft night and traded away. So fun fact, but you know, although that's probably one of our worst trades of all time, in a different world, we have Vince Carter, but we don't end up with Steph Curry. Because Vince Carter was still a solid player, you know, 2007, 2008, around that era. So it's crazy the butterfly effect. Like, a move like nearly a decade ago can, like, alter, you know, 15 years of a team. It's crazy.
Stories with professional sports. When a guy's not jumping from team to team to team.
Yeah, true. Yeah, SGA is unreal. All right, we got a minute to go here. I'm excited for this one to wrap up.
To what happens on the court, success, whatever that means to the organization.
Get this game over with. Call it a night. We're all gonna get some rest, and we're all gonna come back tomorrow, and we'll hopefully get another win versus the Jazz. It'll be the second time this year that we could get a bounce back win against the Jazz. We have just gained 4 subscribers, so thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Despite the poor result, you know, still a very successful stream. And, you know, gained 10 subscribers, a few thousand views in the stream. So, once again, you know, despite the result, thank you all for supporting this stream. Everyone's showing out. You know, I love streaming Warriors games. You know, of course, it's going to be a couple of sour games like this, but for the most part, I've really enjoyed doing this so far this season. Jazz are underrated. They are underrated, but, you know, if everyone comes back tomorrow, there is definitely a good chance. So, yeah, we're not going to hit the triple figures in this game. We're going to stay under 100 points. That is crazy. Absolute blowout. 37 points is the final margin. God. The Warriors will not reach triple figures, and we're going to lose by 37 here. By far our worst loss of the season. So there we have it. SGA leads the way with 30 points, 7 assists. You know, good night for SGA. He's the MVP of our league, and he's going to be the MVP for a second time this year, bearing an injury similar to Jokic. Imagine what happens then. It'd be probably the weirdest MVP ever if the 2 clear best players in the league didn't get the threshold. But and as well, Chet Holmgren, 15-15, also 4 blocks. Steal as well. Carlson, good game from him off the bench, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Wiggins with 15 off the bench. And then for our Warriors, Will Richard, 13 points, 5 boards. Guy Santos, 9 points, 8 rebounds. Quinton with 11, Moody with 13. He was probably our best player tonight, which says something with 13 points. Pajemski with 12, 4, a steal, and a block. He started the game off really well, but definitely faded. GP2 didn't do well tonight. Trace was good, but 1 of 6 from the field, but you know, did have 7 points, 9 boards, a block, a steal, 3 assists as well. Pat Spencer was awful tonight. Did have 11 assists for sure, but 1 of 8 from the field and a negative 41 in the box plus minus. One of the worst I've seen in recent history for the Warriors. Buddy with 11 and Al with 13 points and 6 boards. So there we have it, everybody. The Golden State Warriors lose by 37 points. A disappointing one. We're now 0-3 in the year against OKC, and we fall to an 18-17 record. And OKC are a win closer to a historic season. So thank you all for watching. Like I said before, despite the result, you guys still showed out and give me some support. So, you know, 10 subscribers, a few thousand views on the stream. So thank you all for that. I'm excited for what's to come in 2026. We didn't get off to the greatest start here with this stream, but I've got hope. I'm excited for my upcoming trip. Going to be a video out in the next couple of days talking about Draymond Green. Stream tomorrow, a bunch of streams next week, a couple of shorts, you know, all the good stuff. We're going to keep rolling, continue to build over this year. The community's only going to get bigger and bigger. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. for my local San Fran viewers, 2 p.m. for my fellow Aussies. Like to see you all then.